Good morning. This is the Insight AI Daily Brief for July 2nd, 2026. 22 Coding AI Updates with Developer Business Impact. Lead ML development in VS Code with Google Cloud Power, Workbench extension now available. Also on the board, GitHub Copilot Auto Mode, announcing the Monetization Gateway, charge for any resource behind. Fast brief, what changed, why it matters, source, watch next. Lead ML development in VS Code with Google Cloud Power, Workbench extension now available. What changed, Cloud Workbench Notebooks extension versus why it matters, changes coding, terminal, review, or automation loops. Source, Google Developers Blog. Watch next, verify Cloud Workbench Notebooks extension vs. Story 1, GitHub Copilot Auto Mode. What changed, auto model selection. Why it matters, less manual model picking. Source, GitHub Changelog. Watch next, check which tiers regions. Story 2, announcing the Monetization Gateway, charge. What changed, we're opening waitlist R. Why it matters, Cloudflare access, workflow usage. Source, Cloudflare AI Blog. Watch next, verify we're opening waitlist R. Story 3, why we built ADK 2.0. What changed, answering questions why we built. Why it matters, changes Google access, workflow usage, and follow-through. Source, Google Developers Blog. Watch next, verify answering questions why we built. Story 4, Cloudflare updates making AI search smarter. What changed, search is how we find. Why it matters, Cloudflare access, workflow usage. Source, Cloudflare Blog. Watch next, verify search is how we find. Story 5, enforce consistent code for agents and humans. What changed, consistent is open source. Consistent is. Why it matters, changes agent setup, handoff, and supervision. Source, Vercel Changelog. Watch next, verify consistent is open. Story 6, Google updates build agentic full-stack apps. What changed, open source Genkit framework has. Why it matters, changes agent setup, handoff, and supervision. Source, Google Developers Blog. Watch next, verify open source Genkit framework has. Story 7, Hugging Face updates Scarfbench, benchmarking AI. What changed, published Scarfbench benchmark comparing AI. Why it matters, changes agent setup, handoff, and supervision. Source, Hugging Face blog. Watch next, check which tiers regions. Story 8, driving the agent quality flywheel from your. What changed, building AI agents often leaves. Why it matters, changes agent setup, handoff, and supervision. Source, Google Developers Blog. Watch next, verify building AI agents often leaves. Story 9, Cursor mobile app for iOS. What changed, iOS is public beta all. Why it matters, changes cursor access, workflow usage, and follow-through. Source, Cursor Changelog. Watch next, verify iOS is public beta all. Story 10, set AI credit session limits in Copilot CLI and SDK. What changed, published developer-facing change that affects. Why it matters, changes coding, terminal, review, or automation loops. Source, the GitHub blog. Watch next, confirm docs, endpoints, account. Story 11, your site, your rules, new AI traffic options. What changed, our second content Independence Day. Why it matters, Cloudflare access, workflow usage. Source, Cloudflare AI Blog. Watch next, verify our second content Independence Day. Story 12, Claude Code publishes v2.1.197. What changed, v2.1.197 changed introducing Sonnet 5. Why it matters, changes coding, terminal, review, or automation loops. Source, Claude Code. Watch next, verify v2.1.197 changed introducing. Story 13, Klein publishes version 4.0.6. What changed, version 4.0.6 fixed generalized model capability. Why it matters, changes coding, terminal, review, or automation loops. Source, Klein. Watch next, confirm docs, endpoints, account. Story 14, Claude Code publishes v2.1.198. What changed, v2.1.198 changed Chrome is generally. Why it matters, changes coding, terminal, review, or automation loops. Source, Claude Code. Watch next, verify v2.1.198 changed Chrome is. Story 15, Gemini CLI publishes release. What changed, release v0.51.0 nightly.20260702.gff00 DAC 9. Why it matters, changes coding, terminal, review, or automation loops. Source, Gemini CLI. Watch next, confirm docs, endpoints, account. Story 16, Gemini Spark, Google's agentic assistant, is now What changed? Put Gemini Spark S agentic. Why it matters, changes agent setup, handoff, and supervision. Source, TechCrunch. Watch next, verify put Gemini Spark S agentic. Story 17, Cloudflare updates Content Independence Day, 1. What changed, 1 year after declaring content? Why it matters, changes agent setup, handoff, and supervision. Source, Cloudflare Blog. Watch next, verify 1 year after declaring content. Story 18, GitHub updates cost centers now support AI credit. What changed, you can cap how much. Why it matters, changes GitHub access, workflow usage, and follow-through. Source, GitHub Changelog. Watch next, verify you can cap how much. Story 19, build from anywhere with Cursor for iOS. What changed, published concrete AI tool that. Why it matters, changes Cursor access, workflow usage, and follow-through. Source, Cursor. Watch next, verify published concrete AI tool that. Story 20, Vercel updates routing rules now available on AI. What changed, AI Gateway supports routing rules. Why it matters, changes Vercel access, workflow usage, and follow-through. Source, Vercel Changelog. Watch next, verify AI Gateway supports routing rules. Story 21, featuring every eval ever results on Hugging Face. What changed, published featuring every eval ever. Why it matters, changes testing, adaptation, and deployment choices. Source, Hugging Face blog. Watch next, verify published featuring every eval ever. Watch next, watch supported plans, rollout notes, rate limits, and early production issues for Google Promote updates that change workflow, cost, model access, review speed, or deployment risk. This brief is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not investment advice, product endorsement, professional guidance, or a request to act on any company or security mentioned.